5 signs that Russia's economy is fucked. Spoiler alert, Russia's economy isn't on the verge of collapse, but it is very, very screwed. Putin has effectively mortgaged the future of his country to fight the war in Ukraine, and you don't have to be an expert in economics to know that's probably a really fucking dumb idea, especially when it's lasted 3 years and 363 days longer than you thought it would. Number 1, the sky-high price of war. Russia is spending $1 billion a day on the war it started in Ukraine. $1 billion. That's more than it spends on healthcare and education combined. Just take a second to think how bonkers that is. More money goes towards sending 30,000 soldiers to their deaths each month than towards educating and making people healthy. Number 2, they're hiding the data. Russia started hiding banking data really early on in the war in an attempt to mask the effect of sanctions. But as the war has dragged on, the amount of data mysteriously disappearing has only increased. Most recently, the Kremlin stopped publishing the Selective Survey of Household Budgets, which is a measure of how much Russians spend on basics like food and medicine. Why? Because they're trying to hide that the price of war is making life more expensive for Russians on a major scale. The price of a cucumber, and they fucking love cucumbers in Russia, has doubled since December. Number 3, Russia relies on oil prices. Russia has stubbornly remained a backwards death-dealing cult that can't produce anything useful except weapons and oil. A whopping 25% of Russia's revenue comes from oil sales, and the Kremlin budgeted for this year assuming an oil price of $59 a barrel. The current price? So far this year it's been trading between $55 and $58. And even Russia's central bank recently said it could fall as low as 45 this year. And if that happens, they are absolutely fucked. Number 4, the demographic death spiral. A healthy economy requires a healthy workforce, and Russia's is basically rotting from the inside. Decades of low birth rates and an aging population meant Russia was already facing a demographic crisis, and the war in Ukraine only accelerated that. An entire generation of working-age men are now either being killed in Ukraine, have fled abroad, or are just living as invisible a life as possible in an increasingly authoritarian state. Putin is actively deleting Russia's future workforce, and long-term, that's basically suicide on a geopolitical level. Number 5, the damage can't be undone. Experts are now using words like irreparable when describing the damage Putin has done to Russia's economy, and there are no signs at all that he's going to change course. Even if Russia's economy isn't on the verge of collapse, in the longer term, Putin's monumental fuck-up in invading Ukraine means the entire viability of Russia as a functioning state is at risk.